What's up, CEOs? How you doing? Wow, we got some stuff to talk about today. Okay, it's kind of crazy what's been going on in the world, and my goal here today is to give you some idea of what to do next, like how to keep moving forward, what to do in your business, etc. Okay, so I have a couple of new people in this group. If you don't already know me, I'm Shamel, and I started the Auto Dealer Business School and this group, honestly, just for this moment. Like I had this idea that auto dealers needed support, you know, when things weren't quite the same or when things changed, like they needed some help to know how to pivot or, you know, to get information, to create plans, to stay in business. This is exactly why I started the Auto Dealer Business School. And so this is the time to see if my idea of helping auto dealers is really working. You know, if I can actually provide you with some help and action plan during this coronavirus time, then this is exactly why I'm here. Let me make sure I'm in the right place. I see a couple of people coming on and off. And sometimes I'll be in the wrong group. And then people will be like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, who is that? Oh, okay. Let me just go to the group on my computer. And if you're watching this right now, you're probably watching a replay. So hit replay. Let me just make sure I'm in the right place. Because I thought I saw that it was the right video. Okay. All right. I'm in the right place. I'm live. Looks like everything is working. All right. So if you're watching this right now, then hit replay. Let me know that you're watching it. Also, let's get right into it. So this coronavirus, it may just be a cold. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine who's a nurse and she was like, yeah, this is just a cold. I'm like, okay. It may be a code. You know, there are a couple of conspiracy theories that are going around like the government is trying to control you. Okay, yeah, that might be true. You know, people may be overreacting. Like all that may be true. But I still don't want to get it. I still don't want to get it. Even if it's just a cold, I still don't want to get it. So I'm going to do the things that I would do if I didn't want to get the cold or a flu. Which is I would boost my immune system. I would wash my hands, disinfect surfaces that are touched frequently. What's up, Dre? Like doorknobs and light switches. And I would stay away from people who I think might have it, or if I thought I have it, then I'd stay away from them so I wouldn't give it to them. So like even if it's a cold, I'm treating it like it's a cold. I still don't want to get a cold. Like who wants to be sick? Period. Even if it's just a cold. I don't want to be sick. I don't have time for that. So I'm doing what I need to do to stay well. And hopefully you're doing the same. And hopefully you're not thinking too much about, the conspiracy theories and this and that. Like definitely protect yourself because you don't want to get sick. Like nobody wants to get sick. I want all of you all to be well. Okay. So I wanted to address that. Then, you know, there is some uncertainty and there's some fear and there's some worry right now around finances, which I think is really highlighting what we need in our country. Okay. And so if you're worried about, you know, healthcare, like if you need testing and if you need treatment, if you have it, and if you need financial assistance, then what you're really asking for is socialistic systems in place. Like you're asking for socialism. So just remember that when you're voting in November for president, you need someone who is going to take care of the people in more of a socialistic way. Okay, has a socialistic view on taking care of people. Okay, because capitalism is all good and well until something like this happens. And then it's like, oh, wait, we got a whole bunch of people who are struggling financially. And if you're one of those people struggling financially, I just want to offer you some I just want to offer you some, hope and prayer that we are all coming together to help each other in this moment. And I think that that's very beautiful. Okay, so I recognize that there are people who are afraid of being able to pay their mortgage, pay their rent, afraid of, losing the lifestyle that they've been building, and they feel like they've been on this upward climb, and things have been going well. And then all of a sudden this happens and it's like, dang, I really didn't have much security in place. And I know that that's scary and that's disappointing and that's frustrating. And I just want to say that I feel that, okay? Like I understand you. I feel the same way. Like I'm building too, and then something like this happens, and then it's like, so what does that mean about building, right? Well, it can mean what you want it to mean, is what I'm starting to realize in business and in life. I want to take this time to also just recognize and appreciate all of the benefits of what's going on right now. Okay. And I know that may sound kind of weird, and I'm not really one of those people that are like, oh, there's silver lining on every dark cloud. It's all good. I'm not one of those people. Like, I'm a realist. But the reality is that we need to just also appreciate what's happening right now. One, I think we all needed some downtime. I think we all needed to just bring it way down and just breathe and rest more and calm it down. Okay. I also think we needed to highlight the problems in our capitalistic society, which is what it's doing now with all of the proposals for socialistic support, like suspending interest for student loans and providing relief for families in the form of actual cash payments. Okay, like these are all signs that our economy, our society needs to change and needs to support people. That's something to be appreciative of. We're able to spend more time with loved ones. Like I said, we're able to rest. We're able to reboot and think and plan. Now is the time, if you haven't already thought about next steps in your business, or, what is it what's your true vision for your business? This is a great time to do that. Like you can, have time to do that. You can focus on being still and, just being outside. There are a lot of great things that we can talk about. Good morning, Sean. There are a lot of great things not to talk about, but to be appreciative of. Okay, so I just wanted to get that out the way. I just wanted to say that yes, I do understand that we may be overreacting. This is maybe ridiculous, but I still don't want to get it. I want to recognize that, yeah, people are scared, people are worried, and that's why I started the Auto Dealer Business School, to support auto dealers during times of uncertainty. And I want to also let you know that there is a brighter side to this. And so you, your family, your business can come out in a better way after this. All right. So let's just get through what's going on right now. So what's happening with car sales? Yeah, car sales have slowed. All right. But they have not stopped. All right. People have definitely stopped buying cars that they wanted. They're postponing that to a better time. Like, okay, I'm not gonna, upgrade just right now, or I'm not gonna go and buy that new car right now. Like, those sales have definitely slowed, but the sales that have not are the cars that people need. All right. And that's where cash cars come in. Those are the cars that people need. There are people right now who are like, man, I can't even get to the grocery store because I don't have a car, and stock up on food during this time. I can't get anywhere because I don't have a car. That's number one. Number two, they are still processing tax returns. Okay, I read yesterday that tax returns are still being processed. The IRS is still working on getting those refunds. So people are still thinking about using that money for a car, because they're thinking, when this is said and done, I'm really going to need a car because I'm really going to need to get some money up. Yes, cash cars. Okay. So don't be discouraged. If you are selling cash cars, $3,500 or less, this is your time. All right. If you were losing out to, franchise dealers, if you felt at a disadvantage, this is you. This is all you. This is your time to shine. So get your cash cars out there and advertise. All right. Auctions are still offering online sales. Okay. And they're still allowing people to inspect the day before, because you know what I say, like, don't ever buy anything that you cannot inspect. But if they're not offering inspection the day before, then ask about, a new arbitration policy or a new return policy or something like that. Okay. Just make sure you have some kind of protection, for your investment, for your money, so that if that car does not turn out to be what it was supposed to be, then you're not stuck with it. Okay. But auctions are still doing online sales. All right. So that means you can still buy cars. Prices, last I checked, have not really come down yet. Let's see. I joined your program, Dealer Apprentice. When can I jump on a consultant call? Okay, let me get with you. Can you send me a message after, email me, hello@Auto Dealer Business School, or send a comment here just so I can make sure I get with you on that, okay? Okay, Dre said, yeah, I agree. I sold 2 cars in the last 4 days. Yes, Dre, this is what I'm saying. This is your time to shine. So if you're like, oh my gosh, car sales are over, coronavirus killed that. I saw a comment on my YouTube channel that said that, and all I could think is, I hate that that's how you feel. I don't know what you're doing, but this is the time for cash car. If there was ever a time, this is the time. So make sure you have your inventory, and make sure that you're selling. And even if you don't have inventory, what you can do is a couple of things. Okay, so let's talk about selling off your current inventory, because this is the time right now to make some money. And of course, it's not all about money. Okay, so I don't want you to think that I'm like, oh, well, just make money in a time of crisis. Do what you feel is best for you and your family. Like, if you need to just chill and ride this out, do that. Okay, but for the people who are like, yes, this monkey is not gonna stop my show, how do I get it? This is what you do. Okay. So you're going to sell your current inventory just like you were anyway. Okay. More people are online now than ever before, and they're online longer. We have nothing to do but be online. So you're going to sell it just like you did before. Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. Okay. If you have vehicles that you were hoping to finance, like they were $5,000 or more. Okay. So you were hoping to get a finance customer. Those finance customers might not be coming through like that, because they are in a position to decide when to buy a car. Then a way that you can unload that inventory, if you want to right now, is to use eBay for sales. Okay. eBay for car sales. All right. So you can unload it there. So sell your current inventory. Auto broker. Okay, if you don't have inventory right now, but people who are like, yeah, I need to buy a car, auto broker, which means once the customer comes to you, then you understand what kind of car they want you to buy for them, and then you go and buy it. Okay, and then you sell it to them, fill out the paperwork. Okay, auto broker. The other thing that is blowing up right now is wholesaling. So I had a couple of people who are like, oh, which is best, wholesale, retail, or I have a wholesaler's license, what do I do? Wholesalers, this is your time to shine too, especially if you're wholesaling cash cars. All right. So everything I'm talking about is in regards to cash cars, because there are dealers out here that need these cars. So if you are a wholesaler, wholesale them cars. If you are not a wholesaler, you're a retailer, you can still wholesale cars. Okay. So what you want to do is definitely contact some dealers and let them know you got some inventory that they can retail. Okay, it's all about selling the cars and getting as much money in-house as possible. So any questions about that? Any questions about unloading inventory? And then of course, getting more inventory. The auctions are still open. If the auctions are not showing the kind of inventory that you want to buy, or if you're having problems buying the kind that you need, like, cash cars that sell, then wholesalers, like, find you a wholesaler. Okay. And I want all the wholesalers who are wholesaling in the group to, raise your hand, like, shout out, hey, I'm wholesaling. I got these cars for sale. Check out this site. Okay. So, so that people know what to buy from you. All right. So any questions about that? Like, is this helpful at all? Is this some stuff that you did not know? And that you're like, okay, yeah. That's some good stuff. While I wait for some comments, I'm going to just say that now, of course, since we're all online, market to your family and friends. I know still a lot of people I work with who are very hush-hush about what they're doing, and now is the time to not be. Okay, so just, let your family and friends know, hey, I'm selling cars, or I can find you a car, once your tax returns come in, or whatever the case may be. Okay, so market to your family and friends. This is a great time to build a following. If you were thinking about YouTube channel for your business, do that. This is the time. Everyone's online. You also probably have more time. So do that. Also, market your referrals. Okay, you have customers that have purchased from you before, and they're in a situation where they need money. So market your referral program so that you can sell more cars and get them some money as well. Okay. Any questions about those? Any questions about those? I guess those actions. And while I'm waiting for comments, if there are any. Okay, so I did have a question about buy here, pay here payments, like having cars out on payments. And like people are already saying, okay, well, I don't have the money for the payment this week, or okay, I'm struggling. So we don't know what's truth and what's not, okay? But what we do know is that we are in a financial kind of special situation. And so you will need to do something. Like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't expect payments, but get ahead of it and build trust with your customers by offering some kind of program for them where they have some kind of relief. Okay. I'm not exactly sure what your program would look like because I don't know how much down they had in it, how much you have in it, how much you want to get out of it. You can even give them like a quick payoff. Like if they owe $2,000, if you can pay $1,000, we'll, pay this loan off. Anything to let them know that, hey, I understand what's going on in this world, and I understand that you may be challenged as well. So let me, as the business owner, work with you on some solutions to keep you in this car and some solutions to get you paid. Okay. So that's the number one strategy for buy here, pay here accounts. The number two is, I'm not sure if they are buying accounts right now, but there are a number of buy here, pay here note buyers. Okay, so you can contact them, and if you need help finding who the note buyers are, then you go to your local independent auto dealer association's website, and they usually have a directory or a resource, something which will usually list like who those companies are. Okay. But yes, if you need money right away and you have a number of buy here, pay here accounts, then contact those companies. Like I said, I'm not sure if they're making loans right now. I don't have Buy Here Pay Here accounts right now, so I haven't called them to see. So if you call them to see if they're making loans, please do let us know so I can let everyone else know too. All right, so that's number 2. Number 3 is to contact some bigger Buy Here Pay Here places to see what they're doing for their customers during this time. Okay, there may be some kind of program that you'll get financially compensated for by helping them during this time. Okay, if that makes any sense. So contact them. Don't be afraid to contact them and say, hey, what are you doing for people who have payments right now? And you don't have to tell them you're a dealer. You don't have to tell them that you bought a car from them or anything. Just ask what's going on? What's the policy, to get an idea of what they're doing. Okay. All right. So hopefully that is helpful for Buy Here Pay Here. And then now I just want to talk about financial assistance in general. I don't think the stimulus package has been solidified at this point, approved. But after you have put together your action plan, okay, and if you need any help putting together action plan, let me know. Put something in the comments, tell me what your biggest fear is, what your biggest worry is, what you're struggling with right now. So that I can see how I can help you. Okay, so do that. Also, there are a number of resources for you to get some financial assistance. There is unemployment being offered right now for those who are self-employed. There is no interest on student loans, and there are a number of things. Definitely for veterans. So what I would do. What I'm going to suggest you do, especially for the unemployment, is if you Google or if you search online, coronavirus unemployment for, and put in your state, it will walk you through what the site is, because a number of states are having their own site dedicated to the coronavirus pandemic and what they're doing. Now, if they're asking questions that don't seem coronavirus specific, then your state might not have their site up or their response up yet, and it might not be in effect until the stimulus package has been approved, which at this time I'm not sure if it has or not. So what I'm hearing is that it's possibly 1,000 to 3,000 per family. So that can definitely be some funds to help you to sustain as well as move forward in your life, in your business. Okay. And as I have more information about financial assistance, I will post it. And if you need financial assistance, you need financial assistance, but that also means you need to vote for socialistic policies. Okay. Because this is not, you only need it because our system is set up as so that during a crisis, we don't have enough support in general as the people. Okay. So I'm not going to get too political right now, but I'm just going to read through a couple of things that I wanted to make sure I told you. Oh, so that was the other thing. Okay. So the Department of Labor. Then the other thing I would suggest you to do while you are trying to search for what kind of resources there are for you is to contact your local independent auto dealer association. They will have some very auto dealer business specific resources for you. Okay. So contact them and say, what do you know about resources for auto dealers during this time? Okay. And see what they say. All right, y'all. Hopefully that was helpful. I've gotten a number of emails. I haven't gotten through all the emails just yet about what it is you need. If you feel like you need some, some more assistance during this time, if you need help understanding how to sell on eBay, how to wholesale, some help auto brokering, if this is the time where you want to start your business, then I say, it ain't nothing to it but to do it and just see what happens. So if you were on the fence about submitting your application, you're like, I want to submit it now, do it. Submit it now. Let's see what's happening. My point is decide that you're going to be okay. That's really my point, is to decide that everything is going to work out for you, because it can and it will. There are plenty of people making a ton of money right now. There are plenty of people who are okay right now, and you can be amongst those people if you want to be, if you decide that you're going to be, if you decide that you're going to sell lots of cars right now, even during this time, you can. I would just say definitely protect yourself, even if it's just a code, you don't want to catch it. And definitely protect your customer. And what I mean by that is just make sure your cars are clean and disinfected. And make sure, you protect yourself, wash your hands, all those things. We're being limited to public gatherings, but one-on-one transactions are, okay, as long as you have certain protections in place. So, like I said, if you need some help, you need some assistance, then let me know. I am thinking about putting together some information so that you can have more details about how to sell on eBay and about how to wholesale, auto broker, all of those things that I mentioned. Okay, so if that's something you're interested in, then let me know in the comments. And I am definitely praying for you. I know that everything is going to be fine. I know that you're going to be fine. I'm here so that you'll be fine. So, I've said before, closed mouth, don't get fed. So, speak up. Let me know what you might need. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me know if this was helpful. If there was something that you thought I should have addressed or was going to address and I didn't address, let me know, because I did have a lot of thoughts about what I wanted to get out, because we're going to be going through this for a little while, it looks like. So I'll definitely offer more support if you need more support, but we're going to be all right. All right. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.